Hello all. So today we are going to learn some equations or some questions based on quadratic equations. So we'll go through them, and if you have any doubts, you can always add your questions in the comments and I'll go through them and I'll provide you the answers wherever possible. Okay. And if it's required, I'll create a video for them as well. So not a problem. So we'll start with the quadratic equations questions. So the first question that you see on the screen is, if one root of quadratic equation 2x square plus kx minus 6 equals to 0 is true. So if you see in this equation, we have the equation, but this particular variable is unknown. Along with x, we also have k, which is unknown to us in this equation. Okay, so we have one root of the equation. So this is the root, and we want to find the value of k and also find the other root, right? So what we're going to do is let me just write out the equation that we have already. 2x square plus kx minus 6 equals to 0. And 2 is a root. Okay. So now, if you remember, what is the meaning of a root? So in quadratic equations, if I draw the graph, let's see, the coefficient of x square here is 2, which is positive, right? So if I draw the graph here, like it will be somewhere like this, right? It will be opening towards upside because the coefficient of x square is positive, right? So this we already know. Now it says 2 is a root. So let's say that this is a root. So this is 2. So what is the meaning of 2 here? What is the meaning of a root? So 2 is a value of x for which this graph satisfies. Okay. When I say it satisfies, that means if I put value of x here in this equation, I get 0, right? So let's say I put the value of 2, putting x equals to 2 in equation. Okay. So it becomes 2 into 2 square plus k into 2 minus 6 equals to 0. So it becomes 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8 plus 2k minus 6 equals to 0. 8 minus 6 becomes 2. It becomes 2k plus 2 equals to 0. Or k becomes minus 1. I'll take this plus 2 to the right hand side. It becomes minus 2. So k equals to minus 2, and therefore k becomes minus 1. And I divide both the sides with 2. So we have k as minus 1. So the graph is not like this. Let me just change the graph here for you so it becomes clear. So graph will be somewhere like, sorry. So graph will be somewhere like this. So this is 2 and this is minus 1. Okay. So, okay. So this is not minus 1. This we have to find out. Uh, okay. I'll have to remove it. We'll see. Okay. We don't know. Okay. So I've removed the graph from here to create some space. Now we have the equation. We have the value of k. So the equation becomes 2x square minus 1x is minus x minus 6 equals to 0. So this is the equation now we have. So there are two things that we have to find out. We have to find out the value of k. The value of k we already found out. We have to find the other root as well. So using this equation, I can now find out the other root. So how do I find it out? So I say 2x square. I have to factor it now, right? So how do I factor this? This you might already know, right? We multiply this and this together. So 2 6 is 12. Now we have to find the factors of 12 such that we get minus 1 as the answer when we add or subtract them, right? So 4 3 is 12. So if I do minus 4 and 3, I'll get minus 6, right? So that's what I'm going to use now. 2x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 6 equals to 0. Okay, so I'll take 2x common from here. It becomes x minus 2. And I'll take 3 common from here. It again becomes x minus 2, x equals to 0. So it becomes 2x plus 3 and x minus 2 equals to 0. So it becomes x equals to minus 3 by 2 or x equals to 2. So since we already have 2 as like one of the root available, so we are already aware of this. We were not aware of x equals to minus 3 by 2, which we found out now. So there were two things which we had to find out in this equation. In this question, we have to find out the value of k and the other root. So we have found out both the things. Hope you understood. Okay. I'll go to next question now. Okay. So it says, uh, if alpha, so whenever you see a question, whenever you are starting a question, what you have to do is you have to understand what is the question saying and what we have to find out there. Okay, so let's read the question. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x square minus 7x plus 10, find the quadratic equation whose roots are alpha square and beta square. Okay, so there are two ways to solve this question. Either I found out alpha and beta, and then I go ahead and find out the equation whose roots are alpha square and beta square, or that's one way. I mean, for me, it's easy for us to find out the equation, find out the roots of this equation. The equation is x square minus 7x plus 10 equals to 0. So there are two ways. The first, we have to find out the roots. So 10 into 1 is 10, right? And the factors are 2 and 5, which on adding will give me minus 7, or I can say minus 2 minus 5. X square minus 2x minus 5x plus 10 equals to 0. I'll take x common from here, and I'll take minus 5 common from here. X minus 2 is again taken common, and the remaining part is x minus 5. So x is either 2 or 5. So I found out the roots. This is, let's say this is alpha, this is beta. Therefore, alpha square equals to 4. 2 square is 4, right? And beta square is 5 square, that is 25. Now, I have alpha square and beta square. I have to find the equation now. So how will I find the equation? X square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equals to. So this is the equation that we have to use. But I have alpha square and beta square here, so I'll put it like this. So x square minus alpha square plus beta square is 4 plus 25 into x plus alpha square into beta square is 4 into 25 equals to 0. So it becomes x square minus 29x plus 100 equals to 0. So this is the equation that we had find out. So that is one way. What is the other way? If I create a section here, so we have x square minus 7x plus and equals to 0. So from here we know alpha plus beta is 7, because that's how we write the equation, right? X square minus of alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equal to 0. So we know alpha plus beta is 7, and we also know alpha beta is 10. So now to find the equation, I need sum and product of alpha square and beta square. So product is very easy, right? Alpha beta whole square equals to 10 square, which is 100, and alpha it becomes alpha square and beta square. So this I've already found, and which is true here. Based upon this, you can see. For finding alpha square and beta square, because I have to find out the sum as well. So what I'll do is I have to do the squaring of this alpha plus beta equals to 7 on both the sides, and that's the only way I can find out alpha square plus beta square, because this is what I have to find out. Okay, so let's see. Alpha plus beta whole square equals to 7 square. Now when I open it, it becomes alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta equals to 7 square is 49. And if you see alpha beta, it is nothing but 10. Alpha square plus beta square plus 20 equals to 49, and therefore alpha square plus beta square equals to 29. Okay, so again same thing you can see here, and if I put it in the equation, it becomes x square minus alpha square plus beta square, which is 29, minus 29 into x plus alpha square beta square, which is 100, equals to 0, and which is the same equation. So these are two different ways to solve this question. I hope you understood both of them. You can use whichever method you find it easier. Okay. Here, so one thing that you have to remember is in this equation, we had to find the roots. It was very easy for us. So we found the roots and we did it. But if you can't find out the roots, this is the method that you have to take, right? Because here you don't need to know what is alpha, what is beta, and using the sum of alpha beta and product of alpha beta, you can find out the uh, alpha square and beta square sum and product. Okay, I hope you understand. If you have any question, please write it out in the comments and I'll help you. Okay, so coming to the third question now. So we have equation and we have to solve it by factorization, right? So let's see 4 upon x minus 3 equals to 5 upon 2x plus 3. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'll bring the denominator as common here. 4 minus 3x upon x equals to 5 upon 2x plus 3. And I'll cross multiply now. So it becomes 4 minus 3x into 2x plus 3 equals to 5x, right? I took this particular one on the left hand side and this x on the right hand side. So this becomes this. Now let's open the brackets. 4 into 2 is 8x. 4 into 3 is 12 minus. So it becomes minus 3 into 2 is minus 6x squared. And minus 3x into 3 is minus 9x equals to 5x. So since it is minus 6x squared, I'll take the whole thing to the right hand side. Okay. So it becomes 6x squared. Okay. Uh, yeah, 6x squared. 8x minus 9x is minus x. But if I take it to the right hand side, it becomes plus x. And plus 12 becomes minus 12, and we have 5x as it is. We have not changed it. And in the next part it becomes 6x squared plus 6x minus 12 equals to 0. Now I can take 6 as I can divide the whole equation by 6. It won't change anything, but it will reduce the calculation on my end. I'll say x squared plus x minus 2 equals to 0 by, so here you have to say dividing equation by 6 on both sides. So you have to remember this very clearly. Whenever you are doing an operation, you have to write it down what you are doing. And the changes that you are doing on the one hand side of the equation, you have to do it on the other side as well. You can't make the changes only at one side of the equation. Okay. Now I have to find the factors here. This is 2 and this is 1. So this becomes 2 ones are 2. I have to find the factors of 2 such that I get 1 plus 1. So it says it's like plus 2 and minus 1, I think. And I will be able to solve it now. X square plus 2x minus x minus 2 equals to 0. Let me take x common from here. So it becomes like this. I'll take minus 1 common. It will become x plus 2 equals to 0. So it becomes x plus 2. When I take it common, it becomes x plus 2 into x minus 1 equals to 0. So x is equals to 1 or x is equals to minus 2. I hope you understood how we are doing it. So we have to multiply these two and get 0. So either this has to be 0 or this has to be 0. If this is 0, that means x minus 1 equals to 0. And if I take 1 minus 1 to the right hand side, it becomes x equals to 1. And similarly, x equals to minus 2. I hope this is also clear. I'll move ahead to the next question. Okay. So again, we have a question where we have to solve it by factorization method, right? So the equation is 4x square minus 4a square x plus a to power 4 minus b to power 4 equals to 0. So we have to solve it. Now, if you see, uh, we have to solve it. Okay. Okay. So what we are going to do here is we have 4 into a to power 4 minus b to power 4 as the multiple of x coefficient and the constant coefficient, and we have to divide it into two parts so that I get 4a square. So I'll leave 4 separately. I can anyway get 4 here. What I have to mainly do is I have to divide a to power 4 minus b to power 4 and b to power 4 in two parts such that I get a square. How will I get it is like, okay. So it is like x square minus y square. So I can say a to power 2 plus b to power 2, a square plus b square and a square minus b square. So if you add both of them, I'll get 2a square, and I have 4 already. So I think this will work now, but it is still or what I can do is I can do it like this. I'll multiply this 2 with the whole thing here, and that will be easier then. It will be 2a square plus 2a square, that will be 4a square. Okay, this works. Let's try to solve it now. 4x square minus, I'm going to do is 2a square plus b square into x minus 2 into a square minus b square into x. I'll remove this. Sorry, because of the space, I have to remove it. But I hope you have understood this part. Uh, Plus a to power 4 minus b to power 4 equals to 0. So now what we are going to do is we are going to take 2x common from here. That's what I can see from uh, these two terms. 2x minus a square plus b square. Okay. And again, I am going to take a square minus b square common from here because I know it exists in both the terms. So it becomes 2x, and I have plus, there is plus in between, so I'll put negative because I have negative outside. Uh, it becomes a square plus b square equals to 0. So what I'm going to do now is I take 2x minus a square plus b square separately, and the rest is 2x minus a square minus b square equals to 0. So either this is 0 or this is 0. If this is 0, then x equals to, I'll take this to the right hand side in that case, becomes a square plus b square, and 2 will become the denominator. So x is either a square plus b square by 2, or x is equals to the same thing I can do here, a square minus b square by 2. Okay, I hope this is clear. So we have found the solution of this equation using factorization, right? So okay, let me just explain. I think this might be a bit tricky for you to understand. So I am saying either this is 0 or that is 0. So if this is 0, so that's what I'm saying here. So it becomes 2x equals to a square minus b square, and x becomes a square minus b square by 2. Hope this makes sense. So that's how we have found out the two roots of x for this equation. So if you see, this equation was not that easy to understand, right? But using the formulas that we have learned, right, this one, x square minus y square equals to x plus y and x minus 1. So using these formulas, we can divide this term is a to power minus b to power 4, a to power 4 minus b to power 4 into two parts, a square minus b square and a square plus b square, and using that we have solved the question. I hope it's clear. I'll move to next question. Okay, so this is also similar question, and it's one of the important questions, I should say. So here 1 upon a plus b plus x equals to 1 upon a plus 1 upon b plus 1 upon x, and where a plus b is not 0. Okay, so what we are saying here is, what we are going to do is we have one term here and the three terms on the left and right hand side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move one of the terms to the left hand side. Let's say I move 1 upon a. So it becomes 1 upon b plus 1 upon x, right? And now let's try to solve it normally. So it becomes a minus a plus b plus x upon a into a plus b plus x equals to x plus b upon xb. So I hope this is clear. I have taken xb as the denominator, right? And then I have solved the rest part. Or maybe I can do one thing. I can take x to the left hand side so that I have constant terms on the right hand side. That will be easier. Because see, whenever you are doing the questions, you have to keep this in mind. You have to try to bring the x terms on the one side of the equation. Okay, and then try to solve it. So it becomes x minus a plus b plus x. And it will become here a plus b upon ab. I hope this is clear. This is when I bring a coefficient, when I bring denominator as ab, I have to write b plus a. So I have written a plus b, and similarly here as well. And I missed x here. Okay. So if you see here, this will get cancelled. So it becomes minus of a plus b, and this is a plus b. So just to make you understand, it is like this: a plus b plus x equal to a plus b upon ab. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this, and this is minus 1 into ab. So I'm going to cross multiply now. So this is minus 1 into ab is minus ab equals to, and I take it to the up. So it becomes ax plus bx plus x squared. So here, let me write it down clearly what it says. I'll bring the whole thing towards the one side of the equation. So it will become x squared plus a plus b into x plus ab equals to 0. So if you see closely here, we have found the roots of the equation. From here itself you can see, or you can do, okay, wait a minute. What I'll do here is, this is x squared plus ax plus bx plus ab. So I'll take x common from here, x plus a, and I'll take b common from here. It becomes x plus a again. So it is x plus a. When I take and I've taken common, it becomes x plus a into x plus b equals to 0. So either this is 0 or this is 0, right? So it becomes x equals to minus a or x equals to minus b, right? I hope this is also clear. So this is a question where you have to use a little bit of trick. What we have done here is we have brought the x term on the left hand side, right? This one, we brought it from the right hand to the left hand, and then we have solved the question. So after that, it was pretty easy. But if you try to solve the question directly, it might be a bit tricky to solve the question. It might be lengthier. You can solve it, but then it will become lengthier. Okay. So I hope this is also clear. I'll move ahead to the next part. I think this is the last question that we'll do today. Okay, so we have 1 upon x. We have to solve it by factorization only. 1 upon x plus 2 upon 2x minus 3 equals to 1 upon x minus 2. So here we all the three terms have x. So there is no question of taking them left or right hand side. I will just solve it directly. So I take the numerator as common here, 2x minus 3 into x, and this will be go into numerator plus, and this will become 2x equals to 1 upon x minus 2. Now if you see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply these things. So it becomes 2x plus 2x is 4x, 4x minus 3 into x minus 2 equals to x into 2x minus 3. Okay, so this has gone to the up on the right hand side, and x minus 2 has come to the left on the numerator side. Okay, so now let's open the brackets. Let's see what happens. 4x square minus 8x. So I multiply 4x into x, I have 4x square. 4x into minus 2 is minus 8x. Minus 3 into x is minus 3x, and minus 3 into minus 2 is minus 6. Sorry, plus 6. Okay, and on the right hand side, if you see, x into 2x is 2x square, and x into minus 3 is minus 3x. So if you see, minus 3x and minus 3x gets cancelled. So there is no worries, I can remove it directly. And this 2x square that you have, I'll bring it to the left hand side. This is plus here as of now. If I bring it to the left hand side, it will become minus 4x square minus 2x square minus 8x plus 6 equals to 0. So this becomes 2x square minus 8x plus 6 equals to 0, and I'll divide the whole equation by 2. So you have to write dividing equation by 2, which becomes x square minus 4x plus 3 equals to 0. So what we are going to do here is, now we have this equation and we have to find the roots of this equation now. Okay. So the coefficient of x square is 1 and the constant term is 3. 1 into 3 is 3. So I have to find the factors of 3 such that I get minus 4 in the answer. So 1 and 3 can be the factors. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write minus 4x as x square minus x and minus 3x plus 3 equals to 0. So from here I'll take x common, so it becomes x minus 1. When I take minus 3 common from here, becomes x, and when I divide 3 with minus 3, it becomes minus 1 equals to 0. So here x minus 1 is common and the remaining part is x minus 3 equals to 0. So either this is 0 or this is 0. So if this is 0, then x equals to 1. If x minus 3 is 0, then x equals to 3. So we have found two values of x, but let's just check what is given in the question. The question says x is not equal to 0, so we don't have 0 in the answer. That's fine. It's not equal to 3 by 2, right? So here also we don't have 3 by 2 in the answer, and we don't have 2 as well. So this is all true. So these are the two values of x based upon which this equation is true. And you know one thing, so I think the question is clear. We have found out the answer as well. I hope that is also clear. Just want to highlight one more thing. Why if they have given the in the question that x is not equal to 0, x is not equal to 3 by 2, and x is not equals to 2. Because see, in this equation, if I put x equals to 2, it will become 1 upon 0. It will become indefinite, right? So we can't have x equals to 2, we can't have x equals to 0, again the same problem, and we can't have x equals to 3 by 2. So based upon this, they have given these three terms that x is not equal to these values. I hope this is clear. I hope the question is also clear. So if you have any doubts till here, please let me know, write it down in comments. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe so that you can learn, so that we can learn together. I hope it's enough for today. Let's meet in the next lecture. Thank you.